Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
Well, welcome back, you guys. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, Moni.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just pulling up, doing what I like, and liking what I do.
Well, that sounds fantastic. We have a fun episode this week, friends. We're going to be reviewing Emily in Paris, which is a Netflix series. And I was not that excited about watching this and talking about it. And this is crazy because we actually did talk about this, kind of. So we did do an episode with the Polish lady. Shout out to you, Keela. And, you know, I think at the time she was watching it and you were watching it. So I was just there for the snacks and, you know, Fake Ass Book Club moment. But this time I actually really did watch it. And I rewound it all the way back and watched from first season all the way till now.
What?
Yes. When I say I was getting out of the shower watching it, I was watching it during my breaks at work. Like, I really went overtime to be an overachiever, to make sure that I got all the way caught up on Emily in Paris. So
yeah, because you weren't even aware there were 4 seasons.
No, because I was like, which season am I watching?
It's like you were like, so there's the second season start already? It's like, girl, that been done started.
Right.
Okay.
During COVID, apparently.
And it's funny, too, because when I was, like, coming up with ideas for what we could talk about, and you were, like, you kind of shot down Emily in Paris, I was like, okay. I was like, well, what about Alien Romulus? And I was like, okay, I knew you'd hate that more. So
here we are.
Here we are,
guys.
Because I knew if nothing else with Emily, there's outfits.
There were so many outfits. So yes, you guys, we're going to be talking about Emily in Paris, and I want to give you a little synopsis about the show. So Emily in Paris is a Netflix series that follows the life of Emily Cooper, a young American woman from Chicago who moves to Paris for a job opportunity. Emily, a marketing executive, is tasked with bringing an American perspective to a French marketing firm. The show explores her adventures and challenges that she navigates, the cultural clashes and language barriers, and romantic entanglements in Paris. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
So that's what we're in for today. We did say that we were just going to talk about the 4th season, so we can hone in on it, but I think, you know, we can talk about it in general and kind of get into the 4th season sort of drama. So before we do that, you guys, I feel like we need to go ahead and dedicate the show. What do you think, friend?
I like that idea because I have some dedications in the chamber.
Excellent. Well, hands over your hearts, everyone. Thank you to our patrons. I always love to start off with that thanks. You guys are our biggest supporters, and we appreciate your continued support. Thank you so much. If you're not a patron of the show, you guys should go over to Patreon/The Fab Podcast. Join our Patreon, support the show, enjoy all of the bonus content that we have there for you guys. Also, I want to dedicate this to, I'm going to go ahead and give this an early dedication to my hubby. We have an anniversary coming up, so shout out to you. Love you.
Oh, that was short and sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, and my dedication this week is going out to Butter Fine Arts Festival. I already talked about it in the live, got my entire weekend together, got me inspired. There was just so many wonderful artists there. And it also made me think about, there was a TED Talk by Nadia Riot, who's a Russian artist and one of the founding members of Pussy Riot. And they're sort of a Russian punk rock protest, like they're feminists, basically, because the Russian government under Putin is very anti-feminist, and she actually had to do some time. She got locked up. They don't have freedom of speech over there, so it made me, for one, really appreciate the fact that we're able to have all this free expression, and especially seeing so many Black artists was amazing. But I would definitely, I'll send you the link to Nadia Riot's TED Talk. It was amazing. It was almost had me in tears, just her talking about the importance of art.
Oh, I love
so
it.
dedication over.
Ooh, la la. I love it. Okay, friend. So, do you want to use my description of the show?
Oh, I'm describing it? Here I
Usually
go.
you do.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not an author.
Okay.
You know, so this is just
I
about
thought you
the
had
show.
already described it. I thought you did a great job.
Well, that was the synopsis, friend.
Oh, that's the
Remember, there's
synopsis.
usually 2 things.
I guess. I don't know. This is my first episode of
I
the
know.
Fab Podcast.
It's like, welcome to the Fab Podcast, Kat. You'll be reading about the show. Just a little something.
Okay, a little
for the
something.
people.
Here
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
About the show that I recommended. Emily in Paris was created by Darren Star, who is also known for creating popular shows like Sex and the City and Younger. The series was produced by MTV Entertainment Studios, with Darren Star serving as the executive producer. Darren Star is the head writer, with contributions from other writers such as Deborah Chopakin. The series features Patricia Field, known for her work on Sex and the City as costume designer, contributing to the show's iconic fashion. Emily in Paris premiered on Netflix on October 2nd, 2020. The first half of season 4 premiered on Netflix on August 15th, 2024. Part 2 of Emily in Paris season 4 arrives on Netflix on September 12th. 10 episodes total.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay. So now you guys are all caught up. Those are the creators. So yeah, we were only going to talk about season 4, which is totally fine. Because clearly I'm the only person who didn't really know and wasn't up on Emily in Paris. And
It's not just you. I'm sure
not?
there's lots of listeners who have no idea. They're just tuning in because they like to hear us talk, but then they're also going to learn about the cultural phenomenon that is Emily in Paris.
Yes, and what I've learned is that it's quite divisive.
Okay, so
Quite
hate this show.
Yeah.
They mentioned Sex in the City. It is vibey like that. It's bingeable.
It is.
The fashion does a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yes, it does.
The female protagonist is very flawed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that I've told you about the podcast I listened to called Enemy in Paris.
Oh.
It's a Emily in Paris rewatch where they hate on the show the entire time. You would love it. Like they drag every episode.
Oh my
At the
God.
same talking about how they're obsessed with the show and love watching it.
Yeah, see.
So
okay, so it's that.
It's that. So
is
like,
that.
and then people write in, they're like, "Thank you." Like I had no way of describing like the fact that the show makes me intensely angry and the fact I can't turn it off.
Okay. And there's something hypnotic about that. There is something. So
It's
yeah.
devious.
I was like, huh. All right,
Yeah,
let's
I
get
feel like
into
let
it.
me
Let's
see if I
get
can find the
into it.
cover art for it. It's so funny.
Okay, I love that. Well, I will say that I definitely, like I said, I basically over the past week was having to really, I'm talking about sneak it in every chance I could to get it all in. Wow. Yep.
Emily Cooper.
Emily. Yes. And okay, so where do we even start? I don't want to be. So for people who aren't familiar with the show,
I feel like we should do an overarching thing.
That's what I was gonna
for
say.
the
Do a
people
general
because I
one.
feel like I think more people are like you than are like me.
You think? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So do you feel comfortable doing a general breakdown for Emily?
Off the cuff?
You don't have to. I have a whole breakdown here if you want.
Oh, yeah, we do yours.
Yeah, if you want to. If you really want to read it. Okay. So, unless you want to crack your knuckles and get into it, friend.
No, I'll drone
Are you
on.
sure?
I'm
Okay.
gonna drink some more.
Okay, drink some more. Okay, so here's the breakdown, guys, for Emily in Paris. So we have Emily Cooper. She's an American marketing executive, and she's transferred
With perfect hair.
with perfect hair.
Always perfect.
She's from Chicago. She moves to Paris because she's supposed to be sort of giving this American perspective to Savoir, which is a very French marketing firm.
Why would they want that?
I'm not really sure, but it seemed like it got acquired by an American company. And it was
Yeah,
one of those
but-
things where they just had her over there to
But
be.
like the French famously hate American, like they don't want to be us.
This show doesn't have to make sense because you're gonna learn that as soon as you start watching. It doesn't even matter. So that's what you're gonna learn.
You know why?
You're gonna have
Shut
to let
up.
go.
That's
Yeah,
why.
you're gonna have to. It is
Right.
just because.
Let go of your grasp of reality
You're gonna
and
have
shut
to,
up.
to just sit back and enjoy. It's like a lobotomy. Okay. All right. And so it just says as she navigates her new life, Emily faces cultural clashes. Obviously, the language barriers. She goes there. She does not speak French at all. You know what I mean? And she has this super chic, tough boss, Sylvie, who can't stand her, doesn't understand why she's there. They call her La Pluque, which means the hick. And it's just, I don't know. And so quickly, Emily's trying to get her bearings in in her new city with her new job and everything. And she's annoyingly optimistic about everything. And she ends up getting in this sort of love triangle, this entanglement, if you will, with her neighbor who she meets. She keeps knocking on his door thinking it's the 4th floor. And it's not. And he's kind of flirty with her. And then come to find out
He's impossibly handsome.
Well, and he's impossibly handsome. And
Gabriel.
What I didn't like about this was he was pretty flirty with her. Like,
oh yeah,
he was very much.
It never came up that he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, he never said any of that. So.
I've never had that happen to me ever.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're always willing to disclose they have a girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she ends up getting to be friends with his girlfriend, not knowing that it was his girlfriend, and then so they have this tension that builds between them, and blah blah blah. And so let's see, Gabriel's in the her name is Camille. And
she's impossibly nice and beautiful.
She really, really is. It's just really, and honestly, the love triangle aspect kind of drags on throughout the whole thing. And so everything else is
which
just
is
sort
super
of
irritating because it's like you're single, date a bunch of dudes.
Please, and you're in France, girl. Because when she first went to France,
she had
was
a boyfriend.
engaged, or were they not engaged? No,
they weren't engaged. I thought
they
it was
weren't
just her
engaged.
boyfriend.
It was her boyfriend.
Because there was no ring.
She was planning that. You know,
yeah.
It was like she thought she was going to marry this man.
Yeah, and she was also way too skinny to be from Chicago.
When I say.
You was blown away.
La Pluck. I was thinking, shit, y'all ain't seen La Pluck now. Listen here.
We can show you some La Plucks out of Illinois, all right? That's what we can
Hold
do.
on.
Okay.
They look strikingly similar to some of the ones that are here. I just was like, there's no way that this Emily from Chicago, not to say that there aren't.
No, and what bothered me is, so you watched them all in a row. You can tell me, does Emily seem skinnier to you in season 4 than in season 1?
Oh, I couldn't begin to even
tell.
No, I don't know. She was just skinny throughout.
Okay. To me, she seemed even skinnier in this season, if that's even possible.
Well, listen, I'm wearing a sweater right now because on film, you know what I mean? You'd be like...
Right. So that means in person.
She's gotta be tiny, man. She's got to be tiny.
That was one of the things that I don't super love. They talked about this on Enemy in Paris too, about how there's not a lot of body diversity on the show. Like everybody's a size 0. Like the thickest person's Mindy, you know.
Right, and she's the thick.
Yeah, like that's that's what I'm saying. She's like maybe like she's probably a size. I was gonna say like a 1, and Emily's a 00.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not. It's just something to keep in mind because, of course, there are very small people. I don't want to shame anybody who's naturally very small. It's just Hollywood kind of has a history of punishing people who get above a certain size.
Man, she is
so do fashion designers because it gives this idea that fashion is only for the very thin.
Oh yeah,
and it's not. Fashion's for everybody. So I would like to see more body diversity on the show, perhaps.
Would you?
I would.
They're not gonna do it.
But yeah, that's not part of Darren Star's fantasy.
No, it's not. And I will say. So, that's the overview. And I mean, all of the subplots within the whole show have to do with
because Mindy's her Asian roommate.
Yeah.
So who's the daughter of a billionaire, but somehow she's broke.
Well, because her dad
she would have had some money squirreled away. And you could, like I said, you see her selling. And they're also wearing these incredibly expensive outfits while they're supposed to be broke.
That was okay. That was another thing that you have to suspend your belief for because the fashion. I mean, like, how are you so she's supposed to be a marketing exec. I don't know what they make, but I'm thinking like you're not making enough to buy Chanel bodysuits. You know what I mean? Like
on the daily.
Yeah, like her
on the daily.
Like
everybody can have like those bespoke like kind of signature pieces, but like every day. Now, someone had a good theory on Enemy in Paris where they wrote in saying that they think maybe Emily is a trust fund baby, and that's why we never see her family and why she's kind of insane and doesn't understand anything.
Wow. Yeah, that could be it. I mean,
that would explain something because she's just so clueless. She's like, well, we can just, everything is just.
She's coming up rainbows for her too, though. That's the other thing. Like,
and she has a super hot black British boyfriend too.
She didn't deserve him. I was so mad.
That she completely blew off Alfie. I was like, you better.
Okay, wait, Kat, let's go in order. I cannot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
But I'm going to shut up like I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's get to that. Okay. So we're at the point where, she's crushing on this guy or whatever. Come to find out, Gabrielle has a boyfriend, Camille, who is her friend,
girlfriend.
Long term. Why don't you say it then? You say
I'm the hype man. You're Chuck D. I'm Flavor Flav.
But it messes me up.
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying.
Just keep talking. Don't listen to me.
Okay, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so what happens after that? Okay, so come to find out he has this girlfriend or whatever. So she's like, okay, I have to chill or whatever. So she ends up getting her as a client because I guess Camille's family has like this chateau and they make champagne or whatever. So she goes with them. They want her to do the marketing stuff for their champagne. She ends up coming up with this whole thing. So she goes to, this was one of the plot, this is season 1, not season 4, but she ends up hunching on Camille's younger brother. He's like 17 years
brother
old.
Because she heard he was in university or he was in college or something, and that means something different in France.
University apparently is high school.
University or whatever.
Not college. And Camille was kind of like, I want you to meet my brother. He was tall. He didn't necessarily look, I mean, he could have been 19 or 20. You know, he still looked pretty young. But
once again, it was pretty quick to be hopping in the sack.
Thank you. I would just recommend.
And even with your friend's brother, like,
yeah, come on, man.
Here's the other thing. You keep calling this girl your friend. This is just some girl you met in the neighborhood.
Period. It is.
Because this ain't your friend.
No.
Because I'm sorry, I don't think we would be friends if I slept with your boyfriend and your brother.
Fuck no. Definitely not. Because, right, so let's get to that part. Okay. So Emily does end up sleeping with Gabrielle. Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm. When they're on a break, it's very Ross and Rachel, like Camille and Gabrielle were on a break.
Well, he was getting ready to move out of the country back to his town.
Back to Marseille.
Because so Camille's family has money. He wanted to have money
He's
to
a
start
country boy.
His own restaurant, didn't want to take her family's money. They were more than happy to help. He was like, I don't want to be owned by them, you know,
and
whatever.
I got it. I saw his point.
And so he was like, you know, I'm just going to go where I can afford it. And so she was kind of feeling away because she was like, I see you as my husband. Like, I feel like, why wouldn't you let me help you? So the plan was for him to leave, and that's what he told Emily. And then they have this moment where they end up having sex, and they're like, oh, we can't, this is not going anywhere, you're moving. And then come to find out the next day, he's at the restaurant with a new investor, and this investor is gonna, finance the restaurant. He could stay there.
And here's the other thing, Gabriel sucks because he could have said no too.
He definitely
He's always just got that little smirk on his face.
Like, and
he's just like,
if you're gonna jump on it though. Why would I stop you?
He's like, why would I stop you?
Yeah,
right.
Why would I stop you? And it was very like,
and
okay.
then at some point, Emily confesses to Camille what happened, and they both make this pact where neither one of them they want to stay friends, so neither one of them is going to date Gabrielle.
Well, I thought it was funny too because at first she was like, "No, bitch, I hate your guts," like, because
which
she was
makes
like,
sense,
as she should. You know what I mean?
It's like, you tiny psycho.
Yeah, and then because it was like the note. She writes her this note in this broken French, and I love that was one of my favorite scenes when they reenacted it, and it was like her face on the side.
Because it's from a famous movie.
Oh, what movie was that?
It's a famous French movie.
Oh,
That's what Luke was talking about, because that's what he had took her to see, so that's why they shot it like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So she's like, it's like her face on the side, and it's the letter. She's reading it, and then Camille's reading it, and it's like, it was very scary.
Girl.
Yeah.
But they decide, and once again, this is, if you think about how long she's been with Gabrielle, they didn't say 5 years.
Yeah.
And as opposed to this foreigner who just came over, ran through your underage brother, and then found her way to your man.
Thank you.
And she was daggone near sniffing around Sylvie's man too.
He was
around her.
Yeah, I don't think she really showed any interest though.
Okay.
I don't think she did.
Emily, anyway.
It was like, oh my God, everyone loves her. Like, that was the vibes. It was like everywhere she turns,
everyone's just trying to take her down.
Yes, it's like, oh my gosh,
Well, I mean, she's so pouty and thin.
Yeah.
So
she definitely is. She is a beautiful lady.
She is.
Lily Collins is a beautiful
Lily
woman.
Collins, yes, and she does a good job as acting. I'm sure she's a lovely person in real life. Just the character of Emily.
The character is the worst. She's the worst. But yeah.
I actually want, what show I would watch?
What?
A spinoff prequel with Mindy in her boarding school years.
Ooh, Mindy, yeah. Mindy
I will watch
Ashley Park.
But you know what was funny? Ashley Park, yes, and she was also in Girls Five Eva.
Oh, was she? She
was
really
the member.
sing.
She's like Girls Five Eva. Anyway.
Yeah, Mindy.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's like the like supportive best friend. I mean, I guess, she didn't have any friends. She ended up meeting her while she was is
she a friend or is she just a hanger on? Because she is kind of just staying with Emily for free. So
well, at that point, yeah, because she got what happened that she lost her.
She's overstayed her visa, so she's technically a foreigner as well.
Oh, that's right. And she lives staying with Emily. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she ends up staying with Emily because she can't get like a regular job, and she won't take any money from a rich dad. So.
Listen, I think it works out in her favor.
This was one of the things they were talking about on Enemy in Paris. I'm sorry I keep referencing the show, but I love it. It's was that they heard that Netflix produced this show to not really be watched for real, but just be a background show that was just kind of on in the background. Which is why a lot of times like people work during the daytime or stuff like that. Or I don't know, I do that sometimes where I just have like a background show when I'm cleaning or something like that. And it's meant to be that, so you're not really supposed to pay that much attention to what's going on. It is mostly supposed to just be colorful outfits and just like a through line. It's kind of soapy. But sometimes it gets really good though.
It's very, very soapy.
Because I don't know, I really like the Luke character.
Luke?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Luke was good. Luke is one of the co-workers at the agency, right?
He's a little zany.
He is. He's like the Parisian not Frasier. What's his name? Kramer.
Yes.
A little bit. That's
wacky. The perfect description for Luke.
He definitely adds some comic relief and stuff like that. And I like that he sort of was, because when Emily is having like a hard time, like when everybody was
calling her Le Pluke.
And they wouldn't go to lunch with her, and they, she kind of was like, he'd kind of be like, well, here's where you're fucking up. And, this is just, kind of giving her a little bit of game.
Oh, only time he snapped off on her was when she printed out those office commandments. And Luke was like, are you trying to tell us? He's like, nah, the French don't G for that. They're really into freedom.
Yeah, they do like that. Luke is cool.
Oh, speaking real quick. Sorry, quick side note. It probably should have been a dedication. I wanted to say congratulations to Noah Malone. He got silver in the 100 medals at the Paralympics.
Oh.
Yes, he's from Indianapolis. He's from Fishers, Indiana. He's from here, nice. Noah Malone. So congratulations to him and his family, everybody who helped get him there. Like, that was amazing. And Noah Lyles shouted him out on Twitter. He said, maybe there's just something about me named Noah that makes you fast.
Ooh, there you go.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
That's what's up.
But yes, they're all in Paris right now, so kudos.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Okay. Awesome.
It's apropos, so it actually had totally to do with what we're talking about.
Absolutely it did. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her other coworker, he kind of, what was his name?
The black one? Julian,
yes. He was very fashionable.
He has the best fashion, I would say.
What'd you say?
I would say he has the best fashion of anyone on the show.
Huh.
Like, he doesn't miss. Because, as good as well as I feel like Sophie and Emily and Mindy dress, they've had some misses.
And not once for him.
Julian hits every time.
Okay. Well, he's very fashionable, and he creates sort of this tension in the workplace because it's one of those things where I can't get shit off with Emily here. I can't get through. Like, I can't even get through my fucking sales pitch before she's like, oh,
we can put it on Instagram.
Man. It's like, God damn. And I actually was like, I want him to cuss her out. Like, I wanted to see the scene, and there were
Emily.
Yeah.
I love how he says Emily.
Because it's like you have that person who's always like, okay, or especially at work. I was like, that is the realest shit where there's like, okay, that little bit of tension or competition.
Especially because she doesn't really know what she's talking about. Like, it all works out because it's written into the script that it works out. But in real life, she would be like the most irritating person.
Hush.
Like, and you don't even speak the language. That would be, imagine if somebody came up into your office and didn't even speak English, trying to tell you what to do and try to talk to your clients.
Interrupting you in the middle of your shit.
Oh, what?
I mean, I felt like every single time he was doing a pitch or whatever, you're taking it over. So I was just like, ooh, I felt for Julian. And he ended up quitting because he was fucking tired of it and going over to another place. Let's see, what else? We had,
we can go. What? Okay, we can go into season 4 now because I feel like we set up all the characters.
Okay.
So, except for the fact that Camille ends up deciding to get pregnant and kind of trying to get Gabriel to marry her.
So, so you're saying it like that. I didn't, till the very last episode, I didn't realize she had done that on purpose.
Oh, yeah, the mama had set that up because the mama's like, I'll tell you exactly what to do. Camille's mama.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah,
somehow.
Listen.
I missed that.
I listened to a podcast about the
quick.
show.
Yeah, I'm about to say I missed it. I missed that part because I was like, did she?
Like the show will be 35 minutes and the podcast will be an hour talking about it.
Right.
So about the one episode.
Okay.
So yeah, we get down into the nitty gritty. But like, so, and also Emily meets a super hot black English dude in her French classes.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a slacker. They're not a good fit. They don't even have any on-screen chemistry. I don't know how I'm supposed to believe they're really falling in love, but whatever. Anyway, she's got this perfectly great guy who's into her, willing to stay in Paris for her. Because really, he's supposed to be going back to London. But anyway, come to find out, Camille and Gabrielle are about to get married because, she's pregnant or whatever. And who makes the announcement? That someone makes the announcement that, Camille's been having an affair with a woman. That's what it was, that Greek one, or the one from Greece. And so the wedding ends up getting called off, and that's how the season ends. So we start back up where Emily is like fretting because she wants Alfie back. Because now he rightfully thinks that Emily and Gabrielle are in love and they can't find Camille. They're trying to track her down. And Mindy is trying to get on Eurovision. Is that everybody? Oh, and Sophie and her husband got back together.
And then Mindy was kind of on the outs at the end of season 3 with her bandmates because it was Benoit and Atine.
Yeah.
And so, so she ends up kind of reconnecting with her boarding school mate or whatever. And
rich dude.
Yeah. So what's his name? Nicolas, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, that's everything. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And so what was crazy to me was, though, at the end of season 3, when they were talking about the wedding, like they're getting married and stuff like that, and Camille's like, I can't do this. You're still in love with Emily. Not once did she say, well, and I'm in love with somebody else. She never did say that.
I mean, I like it when I can just have self-righteous anger and get mad at people without acknowledging my mistakes.
Oh, that is true.
That feels better.
Feel way better. You're right. How'd you put like
superior.
That? Yeah. If you will. I was like,
that was very convenient.
Yeah, that was the one time I was like, I mean, but
come
you
on,
are kind of.
Yeah, you're playing both sides of the fence. I do feel like.
Would you have told him though? So like, remember, Emily peeped her and the lady kissing on
Emily's place to tell.
I wouldn't have said nothing either if I would have seen it. I
that
probably would have told my boyfriend though. He was right there in the stairwell. I'd have been like,
babe. Oh, I definitely would have.
Ain't no way. I was like, she didn't even say anything to him.
I'd have told everybody except her.
To her fine boyfriend. Yeah, I'm like, why?
I told everybody except Gabriel.
I wouldn't have done that. I would have just told my boyfriend.
Okay.
And that's it. I would have.
I'd put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, she's cheating on live, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was that was the biggest part of the show is people don't communicate. She can't seem to say like, hey, I love you. I've been with you all this time, but I've started something up with somebody else. And he can't seem to say like, I love you, but I have a crush on this vapid American. So
I know we've been together for 5 years, but as soon as I
gave her my omelet pan. I would have knocked you outside with that omelet pan if I found
that was a
now
nice.
That would have been funny enough. Like flirting wouldn't bother me, but something like that, like a gesture like that, and
all of it would have bothered me.
That would have been like, no, that's that. So for people who don't know what I'm talking about, so Gabrielle's a chef, and so he had this beautiful cast iron omelet pan that he used, like had his initial carved in and everything, and he gives it to Emily. I'm sorry, I don't.
When he was gonna leave,
because he's just so in love with. I'm sorry, there is just no
way.
She
has an effect on people though. That's the thing. It's like
she doesn't cook.
It's like, what does she do? And why did she go?
She was trying to wash it with like some Dawn. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry. You can hear my voice. You don't do that with cast iron.
You can't do that.
Please.
Just
if you don't learn anything else from this podcast,
please
do not use soap to clean a cast iron skillet.
Don't put it.
If you want to learn the many steps you must do to properly season a cast iron skillet, please go to YouTube.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
Yeah, but what I thought was weird too. This is random, but remember when he hurt his hand? and he was like trying to get into his apartment. And she was helping him in, and so she helps him in, and then she starts making an omelet or trying to. I'm like, what?
And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, not even that. Why are you? He didn't ask you to make him no food. He didn't indicate he was fucking hungry. You just in his apartment cracking eggs and shit.
She's like, let me take care of you for once. It's like,
I mean, you helped him open. It was just weird. I was just like, that's kind of strange. Didn't nobody ask you to do that, Emily? You're not known
he's
for
like,
your
no,
omelets
you're
with.
charming.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I don't
just
know.
because she, you know what she has about her? She has sort of an Audrey Hepburn energy. You know what I mean? Where she's this thin, waifish, thick eyebrow, like perfectly coiffed. But Audrey Hepburn had charm. And
her characters?
Yes, they were charming. This character isn't charming to me.
Yeah, she definitely, it's like, she's just, everything's going to work out and it does somehow. And
also,
it's like,
how did that thing work?
sense.
So the season 4 also picks up where this company, Ami, wants to use her and Alfie for their new marketing campaign.
Well, they were looking for couples initially, and then they tested the best. Like, I think they did like a test marketing for different couples, and then
But if you put somebody as like the poster couple for your marketing campaign, don't you have to pay them and get their permission?
Yeah, you probably have to sign something.
Okay. Yeah. I thought that part was weird. They were just like all over like in this international campaign, and he's just finding out like when he's walking down the street.
I'd be pissed.
I just don't feel like that happens in real life because I'd have been like, where's my check?
Yeah, exactly. Because it seems like if they were doing the testing, it would be like, okay, we're doing some testing, and then we'll let the couple know that we chose, and then if you're okay with that, you'll sign this, and then we'll use you. We'll use the ad for this. You'll get this per ad or whatever. Yeah.
The writers of the show didn't care about that. Yeah. They needed the plot to move forward.
Yeah.
Oh, they said she looked like she had that red and white striped suit on.
I didn't like that.
They said she looked like the dude
Colonel?
From the monorail episode of The Simpsons.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God.
Let me look it up.
I should have sent you the Instagram post for that one. I know I sent you the Instagram post about all them girls showing up in them outfits after everybody watched Emily in Paris over the weekend.
I didn't see it.
Okay. That was the thing. Oh, yeah. Monorail. What's that saying? Monorail. Monorail.
Okay.
That's such a great episode.
I don't remember that one, but yeah.
Oh,
but she did kind of look like
episode.
that. Yeah, there's definitely. So I wanted to talk about all of the plot points and then like get into the fashion. I feel like that's a whole separate.
It is.
Oh my gosh, the fashion. But
the
yeah,
fashion is pretty.
That's
good.
the best part of the show. I will definitely agree with you on that. Okay, and so then now what? So the Ami campaign, Alfie basically is like, man, this is some bullshit. I don't want to do this, but he actually does end up showing up or whatever to do the little kiss thing or whatever. And then what else?
He's so cute.
He is adorable. He really is. He's is he actually from the UK?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's actually, I feel like, a pretty good actor.
Lucian Loviscount.
Yes. He's like,
Loviscount.
kudos to him, and he's usually dressed pretty well too.
Yeah, I feel like those suits fit him exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if they like fit those
You don't really
exactly
get
to him.
see that a lot in real life. I feel like that's an appeal of the show too, because I very rarely get to see like really well, attractive, groomed men in like perfect fitting suits.
Yeah, he did that. Let's see. So then what else happens after the Ami?
Then they have this masquerade ball to promote the fragrance for a client.
Yes.
And it was
Laurent.
No, Laurent G is her
that's her
husband.
ex-husband. Or no, not
Antoine is
Antoine,
her former
that's who it
lover
was.
that she was having an affair with. So he's got this scent called Heartbreaker, and so they're having a masquerade ball to promote it. So Emily shows up, and she's dressed like somebody else. So they're like, twinsies. So while she's at the ball, she's like dancing with Alfie, and she's like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Giving him some game, and he's falling for it. So he's like, you know what, Cooper, I just, blah, blah, blah. So he ends
Maybe I was too hard on you.
Yeah, but she also ends up dancing with Gabrielle, and she's like, oh, let's go back to my place and bang my brains out. And he's like, okay. So they leave, they're all giggly, and then Alfie sees them. Well, no, first Alfie's about to leave, and he sees what he thinks is Emily and just starts making out with her, and then she takes the mask off, and he's like, you're not Emily. And then he sees Emily leaving with Gabrielle, and he's like, I'm so stupid. Peace.
It's like, you really were, though.
You really were, though. You
shouldn't
played
have been
yourself.
talking
I don't
her
know
ass.
what that weak ass game,
Yeah,
too.
that was,
So, yeah. So she goes off with dude who's got a baby on the way. That's never the move. Like, if you have a chance, if you can choose between two dudes,
choose the one who's not in a whole ass.
Who hasn't been fucking your best friend for the past 5 years?
Yeah, your best friend.
Quote unquote, your best French friend. And yeah, because my whole thing is like, she wouldn't be over him. Like, I'm sorry, like, in what world is she, even if she was fucking somebody else and like cheat, you know what I mean? Even if she was cheating on him.
That's 5 years.
You're not going to be super cool. Because, like, fast forward, like, Emily and Gabrielle end up being together now, and Camille and her slam piece from Greece end up being together. And they're just, like, making out in front of their new partners in front of each other. I don't feel like that would be, like, cool. Even if you know, like, you're with that.
I mean, like I'm curious to know what people from France feel their representation is in this, because I don't feel like this represents America to me in any real way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, of course, the sort of. Well, so like if we're looking at Emily as the quintessential sort of character
Clueless
that represents,
American.
and then just ceaseless.
Optimism and cheeriness.
Yeah, of course, right? So she represents that aspect, but I wonder how they look at this, because to me it's like, if I didn't know anything about France and I saw this, what my takeaways would be, just being ignorant about French culture or whatever, would be that they're cool with infidelity, because we see a lot of that. We see a lot of like, maybe like, you know, you're married and you're okay because like, you know that this person has a lover or a whatever. And then, you know, they smoke a lot of cigarettes, and their work days are really chill. Like, you really don't have to be there early. You can come in whenever kind of you feel like it and drink on your lunch break. You know, I mean, and I'm not saying that that's actually what I think, but I'm just saying like these were some of the tropes that I saw.
Some of that is true. But I mean, obviously it's going to be different. But once again, to reference Enemy in Paris again, because sometimes French people do write into the show.
Yeah, what do they say?
And apparently your instincts were correct. There are a lot of inaccuracies about how the French are portrayed.
I'm sure they're like, bitch, what?
Yes, there's so many things.
Well, even Paris in general too, because I would venture to say Sex and the City had the same sort of idea where New York City is it's a very sanitized view of the city, and I feel like maybe they're doing the same thing here, but it feels like the world building they're doing for Emily is this kind of fairy tale-ish, unrealistic,
cartoonish. Once again, where you're wearing designer clothes every day of your life is a Vogue editorial.
It's a fucking musical at some point. Like Mindy was singing. There's a couple episodes where I was like, I mean,
they
she has a nice voice, but I was kind of tired.
Because usually when you do a little musical number in a show, you don't do the whole song, because it does tend to usually like at a height, like right when they get to like the chorus, you like shoot to another little thing. Just cute. No, they do the whole song.
I was like, okay. So
it does feel like there's some padding in there because they're trying to get everything out. But
yeah, man, I was just like, okay. But yeah, so then what happens after that, friend? There we have so Emily.
We end up finding Camille's not really pregnant. It was just stress that kept her from getting her period. And sometimes like weird stuff can happen where you'll get a false positive on a home pregnancy test, which is why you gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. She hadn't. Yeah. Also, too, there was the whole thing with Sylvie's husband. They kind of like, she had the boyfriend that she was messing around with. He felt weird about her her husband being around a lot because they were still in business together, which was like, okay. And so they kind of rekindled things. He was trying to open up, because he actually lives in the south of France. Yeah, Saint-Tropez, which I want to go so bad.
It looks nice.
Oh my God, Saint-Tropez. South of France, that's where I want to go. But so she's in Paris and he's trying to open up this sort of beach vibes club there, like this exclusive club. And this rich guy is going to do the backing. And he's the one who stole one of their clients. What's his name? Pierre Cadeau. Yes. So that was one of their main clients.
Their
marketing firm. Oh my gosh.
He was great. Oh, they did an interview with that actor on Enemy in Paris.
Did they?
He's fabulous.
Oh my gosh. It was so funny. But so he was going to do the fun, like the new company that he went with, this billionaire guy.
His name I feel like it starts with an L2.
Oh man, I don't remember his name.
Because it's Nicholas's dad.
Yes, the guy who's dating Mindy, like her.
It's not Nicholas, Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yeah, Nikolai dad.
His dad, he's a billionaire, whatever. So he was going to be
nasty.
That's what I was getting to. Yes, he was actually gonna fund it, and then Sylvie was acting kind of weird, and he was trying to figure out why. And come to find out, back in the day, he sexually assaulted her, and I guess
was
Mindy.
it? Or I don't know. They just didn't go that far. I thought it was harassment. Did he? I mean,
these are fictional people, and this
Sure.
is clearly not based in reality.
It
so
sounds like
on the spectrum of
he was
that,
being like, because they had this rule at the Brandon closet, like you couldn't go in by yourself because he would make girls change in front of him.
yeah.
Like,
Mindy found that out and told
they were like, oh,
Emily,
girl, you
yeah,
can't be in here
told-
by yourself. It gets real nasty, real
which is
quick.
crazy. There's probably cameras and everything up in there, which was kind of creepy and stuff like that. So yeah, there was that, and then that last episode.
There's trivia. Oh, we should do the trivia.
I've seen Caroline Gabriel's restaurant. Oh, it was the Michelin star thing. Yeah, that was crazy. Trouble Reviews, Kimmy Shop.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can just call him Nikolai Daddy.
Dang.
But and he also had
Nikolai
something to
did.
see about Mindy, how she was dressing, like he was making. And that's what's so funny to me too. You the nastiest one, and you want to talk about what somebody else has on. I think Mindy's my favorite character.
Yeah. That's cool.
And she was like, and by the way, I'll wear what I fucking want.
Boom, in your face.
Boom.
And I sold that vintage
And I
piece
sold that.
for almost $4K.
Oh, here was the other thing they brought up on Enemy in Paris about them trying to get the money for Eurovision. They said that's completely inaccurate. Like, yeah, they fund their acts. Like,
Why
it's a
would I
huge
even
deal.
go on here? I was thinking, like, why would I can be broke by myself. Shit, I'm gonna get on YouTube or something. What the fuck I need you fucking Eurovision for? Aren't you? They were like a pyrotechnic fucking budget. Are you kidding me? I was like, nah.
Yeah, apparently that's just
We're
something they
good.
threw into the script just to create a plot.
Yeah,
plot.
what in the hell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been down for that at all, actually.
Apparently Eurovision is how we got the band ABBA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know a lot about Eurovision because I'm in
Me
America,
either,
but
yeah.
apparently I actually ended up learning quite a bit about Eurovision on that
On
episode.
that show.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna put
But
that in the link.
don't learn about Eurovision from Emily in Paris.
No,
Bad
don't.
place to learn about Eurovision.
Yeah, they're definitely not the source for any real reality anywhere. But let's see who else we've got here. Do.
Even her bangs are fake.
Oh, I hated the bangs.
Yeah, they're clip-ons.
The
so.
bangs were so bad. I didn't like that. And I was like, damn, she gets up every day and does her hair like that. Like she has the perfect beach waves not even beach waves. They're like the body waves. I'm like, those are.
Well,
those.
it's a wig.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that helps.
Oh, okay, that does help. Oh, and you know what it is? Because I did notice her hair got thinner. Like I was like, when it seemed like that she cut the bangs or something, it seems like maybe that wasn't a wig anymore and it was her hair. And then she
Maybe.
had the bangs or something. Because
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just have a wig with bangs if you were going to give her bangs? Why would you give her clip-ons on top of a wig? That would be weird. When would that be necessary, hairstylist Kat? I'm like, what the fuck? When do you need to double up on your weave products?
It could be comfort for the actor. I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Generally. But yeah. But we end up because there's more episodes to come.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be pretty fun.
I can't wait. I think maybe this is a good. Should we take a break real quick?
Yes.
Let's take a break. You guys will be right back. All right, guys, welcome back from the break. Gosh, we are so professional, you guys.
Boy,
you have no idea.
it's intimidating sometimes.
It is. I don't even know how we do it. But yeah, Emily in Paris, man, this is a I can see the allure. Like I said, I think as far as the plot and everything goes and just the whole storyline, I do think I see why people love and hate it. And it's for the same reason, literally. It's like when I think about when this show came out, because I guess this came out around the pandemic, and a lot of people watched it around that time. And I would venture to say that people really needed to escape and needed something light and fluffy and didn't want to overthink stuff. And I think it's the perfect show for that.
Oh yeah.
And
It's zany. It's literally a zany sitcom with
definitely
outfits.
is. It's ridiculous. And but I can also see for people who watch shows and they're really into it, you know, like this isn't, you're not gonna get the whole, okay, there's gonna be plot holes, guys. If you're gonna watch this, you do kind of have to just put that to the side and enjoy it. So if that's not the kind of TV you like to enjoy, then this is probably not the show for you. But I feel like, I found myself somewhere in the middle. I don't love it because of some of that stuff, but at the same time, it is fun, and I do love the fashion. So before we get out of here, I did want to talk about the fashion briefly.
Sure.
Friend, because how can we not get specific about fashion? Do you have any favorite outfits? Does anything pop up? Like, were there any moments where you were like, oh my God, I'm here for it? Okay, I'm going to tell you mine.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I loved, in general, I loved the outerwear. I was obsessed with the coats, the jackets.
The coats were nice.
The capes.
Because I was like, where is she keeping all these in that tiny little apartment?
In that tiny little place. I was really, really into it.
I feel like the Pure Cadeau fashion show.
Ooh, that white dress?
Yeah. I liked that a
beautiful.
lot. That was structurally very sound.
It was very, very beautiful. I loved that.
And the fashion show in the Hall of Mirrors. What?
Nothing. They'll see it. They know. Go ahead.
Sorry. Sorry now. No, there was when he did the little dancing and stuff, and when they were in Versailles, and they had like kind of like the neon underwear and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cute.
I really enjoyed that moment. It was very just fun for fun's sake.
Whimsical.
Yes, yes.
Let me see. A couple of my faves. Yeah, so like lots of the coats, and I liked one of this. It might have been season 1 or 2. Like she had these boots and stuff. I kind of liked the booties and stuff like that. I was into a lot of the accessories and stuff like that. To me, that really does make an outfit. I remember you've told me on several occasions, I'm like, I don't have anything to wear, and you'll be like, just wear a nice coat. A nice coat can take. I mean, because it's such a focal point, and it can be a statement piece. So I really love that. I loved when she went to the opera. She wore, of course, I'm partial to black. She had this really, really sleek black outfit.
The opera looks were sick.
The opera looks were really nice. When she was super glammed, I was really into it because it was giving Audrey Hepburn.
Yes, those eyebrows.
Yes, and I felt like that was super, super intentional.
Yeah.
So, what she pulled off very well. Let me think. I liked she had a pink and red number with like a feather coat that I thought was really flirty and feminine when she was on the Eiffel Tower. I think.
Oh yeah. That was. I liked a lot of Camille's looks too.
Camille was
Yeah, I feel like Camille and Julian were like my fashion dream. Like if I was gonna do a lookbook on the show, and a couple of Sophie's looks as well. Yeah, it was all just really fun. It was like playing Barbie.
It was definitely like playing
Barbie.
And
can I make them kiss? Now you guys are gonna kiss.
It was like short. Oh my God, maybe that is the allure. It definitely was. Yeah, that was really fun. So any other part of the show you want to jump into, or are you ready? Are you done?
I'm about to wrap this up because man, bring them files over, man. They get too big, and I'm like, grr.
We can do this all day, guys. That's just how it is, you know. But this was fun. I really did enjoy it.
Do I get to rate it?
Thank you so much for inviting me to watch the show.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that I went ahead and did it. And I watched the whole thing. So yeah, I'm ready to rate the show.
But you know what was funny? Because I didn't want to watch it originally either.
You didn't?
I was so hostile towards it when I heard that was the thing. I was like, because Netflix kept trying to get me to watch it, and I'm like, this looks like some bullshit. Stop it, Netflix. And then I was like, I started watching it. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, I'm into this.
Right. And it's like, keep watching. It's like, yes, Netflix. You know what I like.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Manolo Blahniks.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. Fancy capes.
Fancy capes.
And some little gloves.
Capes are tight.
Capes are just nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
We need more capes.
Who knew?
That's why I like superheroes.
Yes,
capes.
absolutely. So that was really fun. That was a great palate cleanser because we're going to spin the wheel and get into what we're going to dig our fingers into. Not fingers. Not dig our
claws?
Fingers. Claws, teeth, whatever. Y'all know. Spin it. Hell.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we're going to get a little meatier
Wow.
for next episode. We are going to discuss bell hooks, we real cool. This is just basically about how black men and masculinity.
Oof.
That's
hot topic.
Yes,
Hot
black men and masculinity. So we're going to dig into that, and hopefully we'll have a guest. I think it would be nice to have a black man on the podcast if we're going to talk about Black men and masculinity.
I don't know,
Having
Kat.
never been a Black man or been particularly masculine.
I don't know, Kat. It seems like you seem like an expert on it. I think you can do it.
Nah.
No? Okay. Nah. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the week brings. That would be awesome if we can get a guest on here. I'm sure that this is a topic that we could always run back. There's been a lot of talk in the zeitgeist about, relationships and Black men and Black women. There always is. There's always these side conversations.
Because it's always a problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I'm not saying there. It's just there seems to be a breakdown in communication somewhere.
It does seem
Would you
that
agree
way.
with that?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to know what Belle has to say.
I do
I'm
too.
curious to know her take on this.
Because I think, you know what I believe? I believe we can heal. I really do. If something can rupture, it can heal.
I like that. That's way to end this on a positive note, friends. All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. Bell Hooks is up next. Hopefully you guys tune in next week for another fun episode. I had a lot of fun talking about Emily in Paris. I hope you guys enjoyed
Moi
it.
aussi. I didn't speak any French the whole episode. I had to throw it in there.
surprised.
I was trying not to be obnoxious.
Really?
And decided just now to be obnoxious.
Oh, what at the end?
I should have learned how to say your body belongs to you in French.
I know.
It's like ton cœur, vous êtes, I don't know, tu
Êtes-vous?
à vous, à
I don't know.
vous,
I don't know
vous
French.
or à tu.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our French listeners are loving that. You
Yeah,
guys are so
sorry.
welcome.
I'm sorry,
You guys are
guys.
so welcome.
I wish I was better.
I say enjoy it.
Actually,
Enjoy
you know,
yourself.
sometimes editing me. I hate doing this to myself. I probably won't do it because when I say like add this and then I'm all tired,
you're like,
it's like
you're
why
like,
did I
I'm
do
a
this?
stupid
Because I could plug it into the little Google thing and have it record like your body belongs to you and have it probably come. We'll see.
You'll be too tired
Wait,
for
let's
that
wait. Let's see if I do it.
Ton corps t'appartient.
So
Tell
we'll see.
us.
That'll see how good I was feeling when I was editing, whether you heard something or not.
That's hilarious. I love it. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have anything else coming up you want to tell the people about, I guess we can slide up out of here.
Harder Brunch.
Harder Brunch.
We're going to be on Harder Brunch next week, so tune in for that. We're going to be celebrating Star Trek Day. So Kat's a little excited, but I'm gonna pretend like I'm cool.
Okay. All right. That'll be fun. I love the guys over at Harder Brunch, so that'll be a good time. So yeah, guys, with that, let's get the hell out of here. Peace. Enjoy your week.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.